So, if you've spent any time at all in spiritual circles, you've definitely heard the word Kundalini thrown around. But what is it really? I mean, what does it actually mean? It's a topic that's surrounded by so much mystery and, frankly, a lot of confusion. So, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise and separate the myths from the reality of this powerful life force.
And yeah, that feeling is exactly why we're doing this. Our source material just nails it with this quote. When it comes to Kundalini, it seems like the more you listen, the more confused you get. So our goal here is pretty simple. We want to bring some real clarity, based on direct, lived experience. All right, let's dive right in. First up, the Kundalini confusion. We're going to tackle the biggest myth of them all. What's this energy even is? So the most common image you see is this idea of a dormant, sleeping serpent, right? Coiled up at the base of your spine, just waiting. But the reality is, this energy isn't sleeping at all. I mean, think about it for a second. If this core life force were actually dormant, well, you wouldn't be alive. It's an active, intelligent energy that is constantly, and I mean constantly, at work inside you. I mean, what do you think is repairing your body when you're in a deep sleep? Or what's helping you recover and get back on your feet when you're sick? Well, from this perspective, that's Kundalini in action. It's the manager of your body's 5 pranas. You can think of those as subtle life force winds, and it circulates them through this huge network of 72,000 energy channels, or nadis. It's basically your body's own super intelligent built-in repair system.
So, okay, if it's not a sleeping serpent, what is it? Well, it's an intelligent life force, and the real key here is just how much untapped potential it has.
Get this. In most of us, this unbelievably powerful system is just kind of running in low power mode. The source material actually estimates it's operating at just 1% of its total capacity. It's doing the bare minimum to keep the lights on, so to speak, but there's this massive amount of potential just sitting there, waiting to be accessed. So that brings up a really important question. If most people aren't, actively trying to awaken this energy with yoga or meditation, what on earth could stir it up from that 1% state? The answer might actually surprise you.
Turns out, any activity that demands intense, prolonged focus is a form of mindfulness, and our modern lives are just full of them. Scrolling on your phone for hours, getting totally lost in a 3-hour movie, that deep focus state you get into at work, yep, all of these things can unintentionally start to stir this powerful energy. You're basically meditating without even realizing it.
And this leads us to a really critical point. When this powerful energy does begin to rise, it has to go somewhere. And the condition of your internal energy channels, your plumbing, so to speak, is going to determine whether that journey is safe or if it's actually incredibly harmful. Okay, so there are 3 main channels, or highways, for this energy. On the left, you have the Ada, which is all about our psychology. On the right, there's the Pingala, which governs our physical body, our physiology. And then, right up the middle, is the Sushumna. Now here's the crucial part. If that central channel, the Sushumna, is blocked, that rising Kundalini energy gets diverted. It's forced to take a detour. If it gets pushed down the left path, it can cause really severe psychological trauma. If it's forced down the right, it can lead to extreme physical problems. We're talking organ failure. The only safe path is a clear, open central channel. But, and this is a huge but, if that central Sushumna channel is clear, the outcome is the complete opposite. You don't get trauma or sickness. You get what the source calls bliss overload. And like it says here, that's a pretty good problem to have. This just shows you how incredibly important preparation really is.
So if blocked channels are the problem, then obviously clearing them is the solution. Let's take a look at some of the practical ways you can actually prepare the path.
And what's so fascinating here is the variety. This isn't just about sitting in a lotus position for hours. Hatha yoga, tai chi, martial arts, even just regular gym workouts and jogging can help unblock these energy channels. And it's not just physical stuff either. It can be mental. Things like deep study and reading, especially philosophy, are also really powerful ways to prepare your whole system.
Now, of all the methods out there, the most direct approach is something called pranayama. It's described as the way to consciously hold the bull by the horns. It's the actual science of using your breath to systematically and with intention cleanse your entire energetic system.
So how does a practice like this actually work? Let's take alternate nostril breathing. You start by isolating and cleansing the left and right channels one at a time. As you do that, all the blockages from those thousands of smaller nadis start to drain into these main channels so they can be cleared out. You just keep doing the practice, and as these main pathways get clearer and clearer, that central Sushumna channel eventually just opens up, creating that safe, clear, blissful passage for the energy to flow.
So, after all this preparation, what's the real payoff? It's not just about avoiding all the dangers we talked about. It's about unlocking a whole new level of your potential through the power of balance.
And here is probably the most important takeaway of all. You don't need to force or strain or try to awaken anything. When the pathways are clear, the energy just rises, naturally, safely, all on its own. The preparation is the real work. The awakening is just the result.
And the benefits of getting into this balanced state, they're pretty profound. Our source talks about a professional fighter who, after just 14 days of specific breath work, literally doubled his push-up count. It can enhance your intelligence and memory, and maybe the most surprising one, balancing this energy is said to help you naturally attract your soulmate. There are all these anecdotes of people finding their life partners shortly after starting these kinds of practices. It's about optimizing your entire system, physical, mental, and even relational.
So we'll end with this. We started by talking about how our modern habits are a form of intense focus, and that leaves us with a pretty provocative thought. Is your daily screen time, all that scrolling, all that streaming, actually a powerful form of mindfulness? And if it is, are you unintentionally stirring this potent energy day after day without preparing the pathways for it to travel safely? It's definitely something to think about.